Hi and welcome to Ryan Talks Tech. Today we're taking a look at another speaker. This one here. This is the JBL Authentis 500. Let's get into it. Now let me start by telling you why this is my current favourite smart speaker. It just looks good. I mean, look at the thing. It's got the gold accenting around the speaker. It's got a black speaker grille which has got little squares, which is kind of a retro design. And it's got a nice gold JBL logo down there in the corner. It just looks really stylish. But not only that, the sound quality as well. The sound quality on this thing is amazing, trust me. I mean, the bass, I've never known a speaker for the home that has bass like this one does. I mean, I've got PA speakers as well, which is the kind of speakers that DJs use. And I've got them because I am a DJ myself. But in terms of a home speaker, this thing is another level. I've never known bass like this from a home speaker. In fact, I've never known sound quality, full stop, like this from a home speaker. It sounds genuinely incredible. The treble is so clear, the bass is so deep and punchy. It really is amazing. Now, let's take a closer look at the speaker and what it can do. So here it is. Now, just look at that for a moment. Look how stylish it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. The front, as you can see, is a nice, what looks to be a foam grille. However, if you do press on it, you can see it is quite firm. So I'm guessing there's some kind of plastic behind the foam there, which is good. It's nice to see that the grille's reinforced in case it gets knocked in any way. So hopefully there shouldn't be any breakages there. Now, you've got the nice squares, as I mentioned, which gives it a nice retro effect, and there's your golden JBL logo in the bottom. And you've also got these gold accents all around the front of the unit. Now, on top, you've got this, which is a volume dial. Now, this also acts as a play-pause button, so if I press it now, you'll see it play. Now, I can't play that for long because it is copyrighted music, so I've got to be very quick. I've also got a bass dial here, as you can see, and I've got a treble dial as well. Now, you've got a Bluetooth button if you want to connect it to a Bluetooth device. You've also got this love heart button. Now, what this is for, I've never used it yet, but what it's for is you could pick a playlist, for example, on one of your music streaming services, and you can set it so that when you press that love heart button, it will play that playlist. It's not something I've used personally, but it's an option that's there if you want to use it. Now let's take a look at the back of the unit and see what we get around there. So here's the back panel of the speaker. Now let's talk about the elephants in the room first of all, which is this and this. These are what's known as bass ports. So these basically allow air to get in and out of the speaker so that the bass can vibrate from the air. And that's what creates such a good bass sound on the speaker. Because these are so large, the amount of air that can get in the cabinet is quite a lot, which is why you get such a good bass from the speaker. You've also got at the top here a microphone on and off switch, so if you're concerned about privacy, you can just slide that like that. And when it's red, it's off. And when it's green, it's on. Now, this here is not a scratch or anything. All this is when I got the speaker, it came with a little sticky note type of thing on it, which just tells you about the speaker. The only reason that's still there is because it's a bit of residue off the sticky. It just needs wiping off. Then down here you've got the power. As you can see, that's plugged in, and you've got an aux port for any devices that you want to plug in wired. Via a 3.5mm cable. You've got a USB port. Now, I'm told this isn't for you to plug your own devices in. I believe this is just for service. So if you send the speaker in for a repair, for example, I believe so that is for JBL to be running tests. I don't think the user can actually do anything with that port. And it is a internet-enabled speaker, so I've got it connected over Wi-Fi. But if you wanted to use wired, you have got an Ethernet port there as well to do that. Alright, well, let's turn it back round to the front and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so as I've just been mentioning when we was looking at the rear panel, this is an internet-enabled speaker, which gives you 2 great voice assistants built into it, which I will put the names of on screen now. I don't want to actually say their names in case you've got any of their devices, because I don't want to set them off. We will test the one that begins with A from Amazon, but I'm going to have to bleep out the name of the voice assistant, just in case you've got one yourself. I don't want to be setting it off. So let's just try it now. What's the time?
The time is 12:21 p.m.
What's the date?
It's Saturday the 18th of January.
What's the weather?
In St. Helens, it's 2 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect intermittent clouds, with a high of 3 degrees and a low of 0 degrees.
Now we're going to run a sound test on the device. Now I am going to have to use some non-copyright music so that this video will be allowed on YouTube. So it's not going to be the kind of stuff you'd probably listen yourself, but it is the best I can do with it being on YouTube. And as I say in every video of a speaker that I make, do remember you're not going to be able to tell the true sound through a YouTube video, but I'll do the best I can to give you a representation of how it sounds. So we're going to go ahead with the sound test now, but like I say, do remember with this YouTube video you're not going to be able to tell the true sound of the speaker, but I can say in person this speaker does sound amazing. So let's start the music now. There you go then, there is a little representation of the speaker's sound. Now as I say, through YouTube sound tests I can't give you a demonstration as though you were here with me in the room, but I've done the best I can through YouTube, so do bear that in mind. Now the speaker in person does sound incredible, so I do highly recommend it. And another feature I like is, like I mentioned, you get the voice assistants. However, this is the only speaker I've discovered that can do this. So, although you can connect it with other JBL speakers, so you could have loads of different JBL Authentic speakers around your house. You could have a 500 in your main living room, like I've got. You could have maybe a 200 in a bedroom and maybe a 300 in a kitchen. You could connect all them together. Or you can have 2 of the same in the room to connect them in stereo. But not only that, because this is an enabled speaker, and you can connect it up to the app, that means that what you can do is actually connect it to other enabled speakers, such as Amazon's own Echo, like the one I've got in the kitchen, which is the Echo Show 5. So I'll show you how that works now. Play Spotify on the downstairs group.
Okay, here's Spotify on the downstairs group.
Right, okay then, so as you can see, it connects up to other enabled devices so that you can have music throughout the whole home. Like I said, you can use other JBL Authentic speakers to do that, but if you'd rather, you can use other enabled devices that can connect up to the app, and it'll work just the same with them, which is nice to see that JBL allows us to have that flexibility rather than forcing us to buy all the products, so we can use something else instead if we'd rather. So that's about it then. It is a really nice speaker. It looks great, it sounds great, and it's nice all round. So that's going to be about it for this video. If you've got any further questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll try my best to get back to you. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.